Good morning, retail traders. Welcome to the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy. Please subscribe, ring that bell for future updates. And if you like this video, hit that like button. But I'm going to talk about the indices. And it was an incredible day for me trading the SPY yesterday. And you'd think that how in the heck did he do it? I always say the early bird always gets his worm. So we're going to go straight to the SPY. I got this on the 15-minute time frame. I'm going to pull up 5 days. Pull up 5 days on the 15-minute. We could pull back some, but on the yearly, we had us a nice little pennant, nice little hammer right here on the daily candle, and we've stayed inside that hammer, and we're starting to squeeze a little bit. I'm talking about this Darvas box and that major support that we need to hold in that Darvas box. And I'm going to draw a trend line right on it. And that's the bottom part of that candle right there. And we're going to hit it right here. This candle right here before that big breakout. So that's the lower part of the box. The pivot point in that box is right about in here. And that's the body of that first crow. Now that runs right into the 21 SMA. So that's what we have to break for it to break out. And that's called the pivot point inside of this Darvas box. Let me get more precise here. And there's your 3 candles that we've had for the last day, and it stayed above that last Darvas box where we had that pullback. Now this was the 52-week low that the fat cats wanted to keep it at, and that's right around that 262. $30 area. As long as we hold that, we're still bullish, still in the game. But we really want to maintain this 370 60 price. And I've got it right around 372 something. And that's the SPY. So let's pull this back up to that 5-day, 5-minute. We got to break the 200 SMA to have this trade to go higher. The pivot point inside the last 3 days is going to be right there at 374. So if we're able to break that 374.23 today, we can bring it up to a higher level, a higher resistance, and that's going to be right around the 376.48. First, we have to break the 200 SMA on the 5-minute. I'm going to go to the 1-minute now. That's beautiful. Yesterday, I traded it right out of the gate, got my beach trade done, bought the dip from the pre-market low. 1, 2, and 3 different times, and then played it within this channel. It was definitely a descending triangle, a descending wedge, whatever you want to call it. So we want to try to break yesterday's low right in here, and that number is right around the 373.48. I think if we can get above this channel, we have a good chance of bringing it up to around 376. Today is Friday, and we've got 2 days to think about it. Geopolitical pressures right now. You never know what Putin's going to do, so you always got to play on the cautious side. And that's going to be the SPY. We need to break 373.48, 374.23, and then there's going to be some little pivot point area inside of here, right at 375.35, and then long for the day if it decides to run at 376.43. The IWM. They're all about the same scenario. I think you can take all the trades and run them together. Today, if we break this resistance level of 174.69, I definitely believe that we can get it up here to 175 and then maybe run it up a little bit higher into this previous high up here and have a double top if the market stays bullish today at 176.14. That's the IWM. The number that needs to hold is going to be the 173.20. QQQ. I love trading this stock too. Trade them all together if you like, if they're all running together. I usually pull up this map right here, and I get a good eye on what I think needs to break out of the four. That's the IWM, the QQQ, the SPY, and the SPX. They all look bearish right now, all but the IWM and the SPY. So we got the QQQ here. We need to break this 280.17 today and get it into this channel. Go long 282.30. With that 277.92 to hold. And the SPX, I love calling this out where I think it's going to break. I think we should be able to get to this 37.58.64 today. And if that breaks, we can run it up to the next resistance level. And that's going to be right in here at 37.68.05 with a long right around 37.76.12. It needs to hold this double bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and say the lowest support at 37.40.45. But I think we're going to open up above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute time frame. And at last, the one I like to play either way, and that's the SQQQ. If we're bullish, I like to play it up. If we're bullish, I like to play it down. If we're bearish, I like to play it up. So support, if we start to become bullish, is going to be right here at 52.35. And then the bottom line support, the bottom line is going to be right there at 51.38, 39, somewhere around that area. And that's your indices for today. Remember, the early bird always gets his worm. Follow us. I'm trading live every day, showing my strategy. I've done it for a year every day. If you're new at trading, this is a good start for you. It talks about candlestick patterns. I talk about chart patterns. I'm a price action trader. And have a great day, retail traders.